All right, let's talk about public speaking. For a lot of people, just hearing those words is enough to make their palms sweat. But what if I told you that fear is something you can actually turn into your greatest strength? Today, we're going to break it all down step by step.
First things first, we have to tackle the biggest hurdle for pretty much everyone, the fear. Before you can even think about building a great speech, you've got to get a handle on that anxiety that bubbles up when you're in the spotlight.
You know that feeling, right? Your heart starts pounding, you feel a little shaky. That's stage fright. And you know what? It's an incredibly common, totally human response. So the very first step to mastering this whole thing is just to understand that feeling, and then learn how to get it working for you instead of against you.
And what's so interesting is that public speaking isn't some brand new skill you have to learn from scratch. Honestly, it's built on stuff you already do every single day when you talk to people. You organize your thoughts, you adapt to who you're talking to. The only real differences are that a speech is a bit more structured, the language is a little more formal, and of course, the delivery is different.
So here's the main takeaway on this. You can absolutely manage this anxiety. It's not magic, it's just about using proven techniques, getting experience, thinking positively, and this is the big one, preparation. Preparation, preparation. That is your best friend. And just remember, you might feel nervous, but the audience probably can't see it. So cut yourself some slack and don't expect to be perfect.
And that leads us to the real goal here. We're not actually trying to get rid of nervousness. The idea is to channel it into what we call positive nervousness. It's about taking that rush of adrenaline and transforming it into focused energy that actually makes your presentation even better, more alive.
Okay, so we've turned our anxiety into a tool. Now we can start building. And every single great speech begins with a solid foundation, which means having a crystal clear understanding of your goal and, just as importantly, your audience. Think of it like a conversation. You're the speaker, you have a message, and you're sending it to a listener. We just want to make sure that message lands perfectly.
First up, what are you actually trying to do? Your general purpose is usually pretty straightforward. Are you trying to inform people about something, or are you trying to persuade them to see things your way? Once you know that, you get laser-focused with a specific purpose, a single, sharp sentence that says exactly what you want your audience to walk away with.
And this brings us to what is, without a doubt, the #1 rule of public speaking. It is never, ever just about you. It is always about your audience. Being audience-centered means that every single choice you make, from your topic to your jokes to your tone, is all about them.
So how do you do that? How do you get audience-centered? Well, you do a little analysis. You think about the demographics. Who are these people? But you also have to analyze the situation itself. How big is the room? What time of day is it? And what do they already think about your topic?
All right, with that foundation poured and solid, it's time to draft the architectural blueprint for your speech. This is where we get everything organized and build a structure that's going to hold all of your ideas together in a way that just makes sense.
And this is your master plan, the preparation outline. Now, it might look a little intense, but every step here is so important. You lock in your purpose, you map out your intro, body, and conclusion, and you write out your main points in full sentences. This makes sure your thinking is super clear. This isn't just a to-do list, it's your complete roadmap from start to finish.
And a huge part of that roadmap is this visual framework. By using a consistent pattern, Roman numerals for your big ideas, capital letters for the supporting points, you can see the relationship between your ideas instantly. It just shows you, at a glance, how one point backs up another. It's organization you can see.
Of course, a blueprint is totally useless if you don't have strong building materials. To make your ideas stick, you have to support them. You can use specific examples to make an idea feel real, statistics to show the scale of an issue, and testimony, quoting experts, to give your points that extra weight of credibility.
Okay, the structure is solid. Now comes the fun part, the artistry. Let's talk about choosing words that don't just get your point across, but make your ideas vivid, memorable, and really resonate with people.
One of the best ways to make your language come alive is to paint pictures in your audience's minds. And a really simple, powerful tool for this is the simile. It's just a direct comparison using the words like or as. Just listen to that for a second. Instead of just saying pollution causes damage, this simile gives you this clear, fizzing, dissolving image in your head. It makes this big, abstract problem feel really concrete and immediate. That's powerful.
Beyond just images, you can create real power through rhythm and structure. And antithesis is this amazing technique where you put two contrasting ideas right next to each other. It works so well because our brains just love the pattern and the contrast. It makes the idea feel sharp, dramatic, and really hard to forget.
I mean, this has got to be one of the most famous examples ever, right? That perfect, balanced structure. Ask not what, ask what. And the huge contrast in the ideas. It just locks that phrase into your memory forever. That's the power of choosing your words carefully.
And finally, powerful language is also inclusive language. If you really want to connect with every single person in your audience, you have to avoid words that might accidentally exclude or stereotype people. Something as simple as changing mankind to human life makes your message feel more universal and respectful to everyone listening.
So, you have your blueprint. You've picked the perfect words. The final step is to bring it all to life. This is about delivery. It's showtime, the moment where all of your careful preparation meets the stage.
Now, a lot of speakers use visual aids, and for really good reason. But listen, they are not a crutch to hide behind. When you use them the right way, they're an incredible tool to make your message clearer, way more interesting, and easier to remember. They can even make you seem more credible.
Think about it. If you're talking about data, don't just read a bunch of numbers off a page. A simple bar graph can instantly show the comparison between different things. Your audience will get the point in 2 seconds, way faster than if they were just listening to you talk. But please, never forget this. Your slides are great, but the most important and powerful visual aid in the room is always, always you. Your body language, what experts call kinesics, how you stand, the gestures you make, your eye contact, that's all part of the message. Same with your voice. Changing your volume and your speed adds so much color. The goal for most speeches is what's called an extemporaneous style. You're super prepared and rehearsed, but you're delivering it from just a few notes so it feels natural and conversational.
So here's the bottom line. We've gone through the whole process, from taming your fear to delivering with real impact. Public speaking isn't some magic talent you're either born with or you're not. It's a skill. It's a craft that anyone can learn and get better at. You've got the blueprint now. You have the tools. So the only real question left is, what will you say?